This is a good question. What's one of 034's biggest lessons learned through the years? I guess we could phrase it from individually, like what's the biggest lesson? I'd like to hear what you get. So if you have something.
Oh boy. I guess I mean my biggest thing is like don't worry about following others. Have some confidence and faith in yourself that just because somebody else isn't doing it, and you've got ideas to kind of grab onto them, see them through, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But just because it's not being done necessarily the way you're doing it, or at all, doesn't mean it's a bad idea. So
It's a really good one.
that's
This is I'm very rebellious and petulant. So forever, I mean, since the beginning of 034, I've always been like, let's just do the thing that nobody else is doing.
yeah.
And over years, people have come and gone throughout the company and been like, we can't do that. That won't work. Nobody else is doing it. I'm just like, watch us, motherfucker. And
Sorry about that word again.
yeah. But no, that's a great lesson.
Yeah,
And
and
I
it's
mean,
something
you've been a great
yeah,
partner
and
in
it's
that.
something internally I may struggle with or whatnot. Is it's tough to forge a new path, and we've only got so much time, and with what we're working on, and am I wasting time doing this thing, or is it going to pay off, and let us open the doors to this whole new technology or whatever it is we're developing.
Mhm.
So yeah, have some faith in yourself and
Yeah.
move forward.
No, and the beauty is when you forge your own path, you own it. You're now,
Inside and out.
you
Yeah,
know,
yeah. You know everything about it.
yeah.
Yeah, you're not just riding on someone's coattails and then you know, maybe knowing what's going on at the end of it.
hmm Yeah, and that's what we've been able to do a lot at 034 is we go a different route, and then now we're setting the terms for success in this new product or concept or idea that we created, and we're not stuck behind APR or whoever was the market leader at the time. I would say, I mean, the thing that keeps coming up for me as the leader of 034 and kind of the person that's been this whole thing's been on my shoulders the whole time and still is for me it's been personal accountability. Taking um, being realistic about what if I don't like something, if I'm upset about something that's happened, looking to myself to see what am I doing to contribute to this, what can I be doing differently to create a better outcome or scenario for me and everyone else. And I think for a long time, up to the point where we had some big struggles in kind of the 2010 to 2015 range, was me blaming everyone else for all the problems.
Sure.
If something didn't work, if something wasn't happening correctly, I had someone trusted steal from me, and for a while I was really mad at them that they were this terrible person who did this to me, and they were. I mean,
Well,
they
yeah.
were terrible, uh, but I couldn't stop there. I had to then say, well, how am I going to set up the company differently so that no one can steal, and how are there going to be checks and balances, and ultimately doing that and taking that responsibility has made a, a really nice 10-year span of nobody stealing from the company. And also people in positions where they have financial or they have responsibility that they feel comfortable that they can't be accused of stealing because we have these uh, checks and balances in place that where everyone is protected. The company, me, them, we are all protected. So I think personal accountability is the biggest lesson I've learned, and I see so many people out there struggling with the same problems and the same issues in life, and their solution is to point the finger and blame everyone else,
Yeah, I
and
feel
they're
like
not doing anything to take control of how they can
yeah,
make it.
I think that's just such a cultural thing that is missing. Is like you own what you're doing. Like the world isn't made of guardrails to only steer you down the perfect path. Like you have to make choices. You have a responsibility to do the right thing and make smart choices.
Yeah, I mean, none of us deserve to get exactly what we want. I mean, maybe we think we deserve it, but we won't. So that's just you hear the cliche that world's not fair and all that stuff, but What is fair is you have the ability to make choices and to do things differently. And so if you don't like a situation, you can stop it, you can change it, you can disconnect from it, you can shift your position and all of a sudden be okay with something that you weren't okay.
But
But it's personal accountability.
yeah, and I think it's also there needs to be more just I don't know socially again like just it's okay to make mistakes. Like that's another thing that people struggle with a lot, and I think that's why they just knee jerk react to blaming someone is that they think they can't make a mistake or they'll be ponished or
They can't admit they made a mistake.
exactly
That's
yeah,
what
and then
it
they
is.
just deflect to all these other like excuses.
Yeah.
You just like I messed up. Sorry, like I'm not going to do it again.
Yeah.
And let's work on how it happened.
That's a really good point. I think another way of saying the lesson that I just said is to admit when you're wrong. And I think if you want other people's respect, I think this is an interesting thing people do, right? Everybody wants other people's respect. And so one of the ways they do that is never admitting they made a mistake, thinking that if anyone ever thinks that they made a mistake, that nobody will like them. So they just make everyone around them hate them by never admitting they do anything wrong.
Fake perfection is not going to garner you many friends.
But one of the most endearing, likable things a person can do is to say, I made a mistake, I fucked up when they fuck up.
And especially if you come at it,
People get it.
if you come at it like preemptively, like, hey guys, I messed something
Sure.
up.
Yeah, you come back.
Here's what happened. This is how I'm going to fix it.
Yep.
Yeah, you're gonna get a lot more points in the world.
Sorry, it wasn't about cartooning or anything, but we've learned a lot of that stuff too. But what makes it all work is these personal.
Pretty high level question, sir.
Yeah.